Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Combo here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys some more Splatoon multiplayer gameplay. Today I'm actually going to bring you guys my honest review of Splatoon multiplayer thus far, and I'm making this video June 8th of 2015, so for those watching in the future, this is, just the game has recently come out, and this is my kind of review and first impressions of the first few weeks of Splatoon's release. So I haven't hopped into multiplayer. I haven't got a chance to play any single player, excuse me. I haven't got the chance to play any single player campaign or anything like that, so I haven't completed any missions or anything, so this is strictly going to be a multiplayer review, and I hope you guys do enjoy it and find it useful to those who are, still considering whether or not they should go ahead and buy this game. So let's hop right into it, guys. I'm going to talk about the negatives of the game first, in my opinion. There's only a few, but they're interesting, and I think more people watch reviews to kind of get the negative side rather than the positive side. But I will definitely cover the positives later, and there's a ton of positives. Obviously, I'm loving this game so far. It's pretty awesome. But like I said, let's hop right into the negatives here. This is just 2 quick gameplays, and I do hope you guys enjoy the gameplay here. So the first thing, obviously, a lot of people don't like about this game is that there is no multiplayer voice chat. There's no voice chat at all, I should say, in the game. So you won't be able to chat with your teammates here online. You won't be able to, talk strategy or, hey, there's an enemy over here. Hey, let's cover this ground with this ink. There's no voice chat at all, and it was kind of intentional because the game is meant for a younger audience, and voice chat would kind of be a bad idea, I guess, for the younger audience, especially for older people on the game, kind of like cursing them out or something like that. Just inappropriate potential for inappropriate language, I guess, is the reason why they have no voice chat. But I don't think they'll be adding voice chat in, but who knows. The next thing is that you can't really customize your weapon loadout, and what I mean by that is once you pick your weapon, or once you equip your weapon, you can only use what that weapon comes with. For example, you can't like pick your own kill streak or your own gauge meter thing there in the top right where I have this little rocket thing on my back. You can't pick that unless it's equipped on the gun that you choose, which isn't really a negative. It's just part of the game. But I would like to pick my own. Say if I want an ink strike, but I want to use an arrow spray or something like that, or if I wanted to use an echolocator for the deco or a .52 gal or something like that. So it's just a matter of preference. Like I said, it's not really necessarily a negative to some people. But another thing is the map system in this game, and the map system is interesting. I'm not sure why they did it this way, but there's only right now 5 or 6 maps. I think there's 6 maps because they just added this new one in here. And the weird thing about it is that you can only play 2 maps at a time. They only change the 2 maps in the selection playlists every 4 hours, I think it is. So you can only play 1 of 2 maps for 4 hours, and then they switch it up. Like, it's not even like Call of Duty where you can just get a random map at any time. There's no voting system or anything like that. You just get 1 of 2 random maps, and like I said, I'm not sure why they did it like that, but that's just how it is, I guess. And it's kind of weird how that works out, and most of the time you end up playing the same map, like sometimes even double-digit times in a row. Like, I've played the same map like 15 times in a row, something like that, which can get a little bit repetitive. But like I said, I'm not sure why they built it like that. Hopefully they'll change it in the future once there's more maps, but it looks like it will be, for the most part, just the same maps, the same 2 maps for 4 hours, and then they switch it up, which is, like I said, different. That's kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of it. But there's only, as of right now, additionally, there's no way to change your class without leaving the lobby and completely backing out, and then going back to your equip screen and changing your class and all that kind of stuff. So that's a a minus. You can't change class mid-game or anything like that. You can't even change it in the lobby. You have to back out of the lobby and go back to your equip screen just to change your gun once in a while. So if you're going to use a gun, you're probably going to use it for a couple of matches without changing it, because then you'll have to leave the lobby and all that kind of stuff, which is a minus as well. And right now there's just a little bit of a lack of content, and I think there will be more content. Well, it's actually confirmed that there will be more content coming Obviously, they've added a few new weapons in and a new map already, so that's some progress. But right now, it's just a little bit low on content, including game types. There's only 2 game types at the moment. But like I said, I think they will be adding those in at a later date, so we don't have to worry about that. Some other negatives that my friends brought up to me. I don't think this is a negative. I actually think this is a positive. But you can't leave mid-game. So if you're like raging super hard, you can't really leave the game unless you turn your Wii U off. Which, like I said, I think is a positive because it keeps people in the games. You can get kicked if you don't move for like 2 minutes, but the match is only 3 minutes long, so you might as well just play it. So that's a good thing, I guess. And that's pretty much all I have for the negatives. Now, I'll talk about the positives, which is, you know, a larger list than the negatives. But for the most part, this game is extremely fun. There's always new things that they're adding in, and I assume they're going to keep up with the DLC. You know, it's a lot of fun in that it's fast-paced. There's a lot of different weapons to explore, a lot of different combinations to explore, and the perk system or the ability system is awesome. You can pretty much buy new gear, new shoes, new hats, and new outfits, which open up more ability slots for you to kind of play and upgrade. The more you play with the gear, the more upgrades you get until it reaches its limit. Sometimes, you know, upgrade abilities only, you know, happen, you know, 3 times maximum for that specific piece of gear. But you know, you can keep buying new gear, you can keep trying to get the awesome, most perfect, you know, class setup with those pieces of gear. And it's cool because you can also re-roll your gear later on when you reach level 20. You can get spiked to re-roll your stuff, which is pretty cool. So it's always, right now, it's a lot of fun because it's just a bunch of different things to try out, a different bunch of combinations to try out with the abilities, with the weapons, and the different things as you go on. So I'm really enjoying that. For the most part, this game is really fun, and I heard the campaign was also awesome too. So definitely would recommend this game to you guys who are looking for a fun shooter to kind of keep you busy. And there's definitely more content on the way, like I said. So that's my review of Splatoon Multiplayer review. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all later.